Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Follow Sketch February for February 12th. Now this sketch is by Scrapping Day. The sketch is this one right here. It has 3 4x6 photos, lots of little paper bits right here. I'm not using 3 4x6 photos. I'm going to change this up. Got my photos. I got a bunch of sheets of paper. I've got a mix of Pink Fresh Studio and Simple Stories. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so this is going to be one of those ones that doesn't exactly look like the sketch when I am finished with it. Now, hopefully you'll be able to see where I came from and how I was inspired enough to get this going, but you will actually see that I don't end up with 3 photos stacked in a line. They kind of create a cluster instead. Now, I went and picked these papers out from my stash, and I was super excited to pick them because the colors coordinate. They aren't all of the same collection, but they do coordinate, and that makes me happy. One of the things I really do enjoy doing with my scrapbooking products, especially my papers, is to coordinate products that really don't go together, right? Like they weren't made in one collection. I like mixing and matching. That is really what brings me the joy, right? So I go ahead and distressed the edges of this floral paper, and I am putting it over top of the yellow paper. And what that does is gives me that little border around the layout. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is actually a border from it being a part of the layout, or if it is actually a border just as part of, like, this is the sketch in this gray area, and this is just what is containing the sketch. So I don't know. But isn't that really just what a framed background like this is anyways? Like, this is the layout, I'm containing the layout. So it all works out, I do believe, right? Like, it's all good. It is all good. So I am going to use this pink colored paper to go ahead and mat my photos, which I have trimmed down to a variety of sizes. And what that is allowing me to do is to go ahead and kind of cluster them together and not really cover up anything of importance in the photos. I'm only covering up minor things that it's really not stressing me out if they're covered up. Now, if these were like one of a kind, fabulous photos that I did not want anything to be covered up whatsoever, then I wouldn't, right? Like, only do this with the photos you don't care if little bits are covered up. So these are photos in Harmony, California. This Follow Sketch February has been great because I've been able to scrapbook that whole weekend. And going forward, I am ahead, you guys, on the videos. My voiceovers right now are still happening day of, but the videos are ahead. I have completed through February 23rd, so that is while I will be on the cruise. So I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to upload while on the cruise with the internet. I did purchase the internet, I pre-purchased it, but it just makes me nervous. So I need to get these finished and up, scheduled, ready to go, so they will actually go. And that's just what I am kind of focusing on right now. I am going to have to do a marathon of voiceovers though, so we'll see what ends up coming out of my mouth after I'm on like voiceover 7 of the day. So, as you can see in the sketch, there are these layered kind of strips over on the right-hand side of the page. Now, I decided that I was not going to layer any strips. I was going to take this beautiful humper border paper from Pink Fresh Studio, and I was going to put that onto my layout, and that is going to represent those strips that I have. Now, my grouping also does not fill the page as much as what is pictured in the sketch. And remember, I'm not using 4x6 horizontal photos, so there is going to be a little bit of difference here. Now, if it stresses you out to kind of go a little tiny bit rogue on your sketches, then you don't do that, right? Like, you're just gonna do what you got to do to make yourself happy with your scrapbooking. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, this looks an awful lot like another sketch that is out for Follow a Sketch February. And sure enough, it does, and that's fine. I decided to pull off this gold congrats. I actually turned off the camera and went looking for stuff because I was kind of at a loss as to what I wanted to decorate with. I really don't have a lot of wedding stuff. I do have like a couple, I have like a wedding chipboard, and then like a wedding thickers thing, but I have them for the love part of it, and I didn't want to use my love stuff on a picture of, you know, the wedding office and things like that at Harmony. I want the love stuff for my love. You know what I'm saying? So that is going to be the reason why I decided to bring in some other products instead of really focusing on the wedding aspect of this. I'm just going to kind of focus on the beautifulness of the town, because you guys, the town, it really is beautiful. So I am figuring out where I want to add these little bits. I'm just trying to add some decoration, right? Like, I am definitely off sketch. I am adding layers where there aren't layers. I am putting in clusters very similar to the placement of some of the other clusters, right? Like that cluster is at the top corner over there. So there are definite things that are, you can see that I've pulled from the sketch. So that is going on right there. So I am adding in that little bit of extra adhesive. So if you ever watch me while I am scrapbooking, I don't put a lot of adhesive on the back of the photos or the photo mats or anything like that while I'm actually scrapbooking. That's because the ATG is sticky, and I just want to be able to move things around for a hot minute. And only putting tape on a little part of it will allow me to do that. Now, like you saw me adding extra adhesive, there is definitely an ease to it. Oh, I couldn't, man, I'm only on voiceover 1 and I'm already kind of like struggling over my words here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put some pretty on the layout. Now, I do struggle finding the things, right? And I'm just going to put it out there. I struggle with it. It is a struggle to find florals that are similar enough to the florals that are already on the page. It is a struggle to, you know, overlap and find coordinating colors and making sure that I am getting little bits of gold where I want them to be. And this one, like, finding the decoration for this layout really wasn't the easiest thing in the world. And, you know, it's like, well, you couldn't find embellishments in all of your stuff. But this one really was one where I was just kind of like, okay, and what am I going to do with this now? Kind of thing, you know. It's not like it's a horrible page or anything like that. I'm completely happy with it. I'm not disappointed in it whatsoever. But there was a little bit of a, okay, so how do I make this work kind of thing, you know what I mean? But anyway, the layout ends up getting finished. It ends up being beautiful, and I am basically completely happy with it, right? Like, I'm not I'm not stressing, you guys. I am not stressing. Okay. Yeah, if stuff is stressing you out that much in your scrapbooking, like do something. Do something that will make it better for you and that you can fix it and have fun, right? Like, because that is what we all want. At least I think that's what we all want. I think we all want to have fun when we're scrapbooking. It would be very weird to meet someone who was like, man, I want to scrapbook and dang it, I want to have no fun in my life while I'm doing it whatsoever. I want to be miserable. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just haven't met anyone like that. So I do go in and I pull out some chipboards and things because I'm still feeling like this needs a little bit more decoration in its life. Like, there's definitely not a ton of decoration on the sketch. And I like sketches like this that are a little less elaborate. I think they are super fun because you can add as much as you want. And if you want to go more is more, then you're going to be able to go more is more. And you're going to have like the time of your life, right? But also, if you are not a more is more type person and you're kind of like, I'm just going with minimal here, this is a great sketch for that. So that is all being said to say, I am wrapping it up with these little gold hearts. What that's doing is giving me that little sparkly bit of metallic throughout the layout, which I love. And I think it adds a nice little, like that little chef's kiss kind of thing. When you are working on a layout, the little bits matter. Now I'm going to put on a couple tiny word stickers, and then after that, this layout is going to be finished. So guys, I do invite you to the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group, which houses all of Follow a Sketch February's layouts. We are almost mid-February, so that is pretty exciting. I would love for you to post your layouts in the group. Use the hashtag when you post elsewhere. Even in the group, it's fine. And that'll do it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.